G'day everyone, it's Sam, and welcome to Strong Yoga for Beginners Volume 2. Today we're going to work to wake up and energize the legs to help start the day. You won't need any props for today's practice, so when you're ready, we'll get right into it. So come on down, we're going to start today's practice in a bridge set up. So lower down onto your back, set your feet underneath your knees, about hip width apart, let the toes face forward. Then allow the length of your spine and the back of your head to rest down onto the earth. From here, we'll start to draw the shoulder blades back towards each other a little more. So you may want to press your elbows down into the earth, hug the shoulder blades in, so you feel a little more length of the spine grounding. Then we're just going to set one hand on the chest, one on the belly to signify that we have made it onto the mat. We'll let our eyes close down for just a moment. It's always important to symbolize that we have made it to practice, that we're no longer doing anything else. So we want to close down the eyes so we can start to connect to the body first and then the breath. What we're going to do is just 4 shorter, sharper inhales, working to flood the lungs with oxygen through the nose, and then a big exhale through the mouth. So if I were to demonstrate one round, it would go a little something like this. So each one of those 4 inhales is working to fill the belly and then the lungs, and then we let everything go through the mouth. So when you're ready, I'm going to make our way through 5 rounds of that together. So whatever air you have in your lungs right now, just gently part your lips, let it out. And then we'll start. 4 inhales through the nose. All the way to full, and then sigh it out. 4 more like that. Two more rounds, your own rhythm. And last one. Inhaling. Awesome work. We'll close down the mouth now. Just come to an even flow in and out through the nose. Gently blink your eyes open. And then hug the elbows in alongside the body. We're going to work to press the elbows down and the feet down. And from the tailbone first, we're very slowly going to lift the spine up and off the mat. So the tailbone will tuck under first. You'll feel the butt slowly start to lift. And then we'll roll up 1 vertebra at a time, working to lift the hips, take the chest back towards the chin. You'll feel the glutes softly firm. You'll feel the navel pull in, and then the inner thighs, they want to hug towards each other. You can use your elbows here to press and lift a little more. Take an inhale. And the exhale will slowly roll back down, the opposite to how we came up. So 1 vertebra at a time, ending with the tailbone. And we'll hold here at the bottom for a breath in. And the exhale will roll straight back up. So we're going to go for 5 of these. This is number 2. Pause and inhale at the top. Exhale to lower down. We're just integrating and activating the legs here. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale for number 3. Inhale at the top. Exhale to lower down. And just 2 more like that, flowing with your own breath. So inhale, we pause. Exhale, we rise. Inhale, we pause. Exhale, we lower. Now moving nice and slow, you may already start to feel your glutes activate at the very top of that movement. This is our last rep, inhaling. Exhaling, we'll press up. Inhale at the top. And exhale, we'll lower down. Nice one. So we're going to continue with a similar movement, only this time the pace will increase slightly, and we're going to spice it up and take it onto one leg. So you're going to keep that right leg where it is if you can. Hug the left knee in towards the chest, flexing that left foot, and then straightening the leg, pressing the heel straight up towards the ceiling. And because we're off balance here, we're going to use our elbows a little bit more. Push down through that right foot and the elbows. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we'll press through the right foot, lift the hips. Inhale, we lower down. Exhale, we lift for 2. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. That's 3. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift for 4. Keep that left foot flexing if you can. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. This is the last one. Number 5. Push through that right foot. Push through the elbows. Lift, lift, lift. And then lower, lower, lower down. Once your hips hit the floor, extend your left leg out in front of you. Let the left heel hover off the earth. And then reach your arms out in front of you. Lift your head and chest up off the mat. From here, we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest. Starting to fire up the core here, keeping both feet flexing. At the moment, the left leg is straight, the right knee is bent. Take an inhale. Exhale, we straighten and rebend the right knee. 1, 2, for 3. Keep that chin to chest for 4. And on 5, right knee will stay parallel, so working a right angle in the right leg. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away, so you're going to press that right thigh away from you. At the same time, you hug the right knee in towards the chest, and you'll notice I'm starting to shake like a chihuahua here. This is super active through the core. So the knee's trying to touch the face, but you're trying to push it away with the hands. And then from here, we're going to keep that right leg where it is, slowly going to lift and lower the left leg for 1, 4, 2, 3, for 4, and 5. You're going to rebend that left knee, set the left foot down, lower your back and the crown of your head, or the back of your head rather, onto the floor. We're setting up for the opposite side on that bridge pose. Already the legs are going to start to fire up. Right knee hugs to chest. We straighten the leg, press the right heel straight up towards the ceiling. Elbows hug in towards the body. It's the left foot and the elbows doing the work here. Take an inhale. Exhale, we lift. That's 1. We got 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale for 3. Inhale, we lower. Exhale for 4. Really push that right heel up towards the ceiling. Inhale, we lower. And exhale for 5. Last one. Push, 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 push. Lift, 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 lift. Lower, lower, lower. Extend the right leg. Let the right heel hover off the earth. Reach the arms forward. Lift the head and chest. Then hug that left knee into chest. Keep both of your feet flexing. Pull the lower belly down towards the floor. Press the low back in towards the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, we straighten the left leg and rebend for 1, 2, 4, 3, 4, on 5. Left leg is perpendicular to the floor. Interlace the fingers. Push the left thigh away from you as you draw the left knee to chest. Feel the low back press into the earth a little more. Lift that head and chest just a fraction. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the right leg and lower it back down. We go for 1, 2, keep pushing that left thigh away from you. 3, for 4, keep hugging that left knee in towards the chest. And 5, bring both knees into chest. Wrap your fingers around the shins. Take a little rock from side to side. My goodness, those legs are already working. And from that little rock, side to side, we'll start to take a little rock forwards and back until we come up to a seat. And simply cross one ankle over the next. We're going to take it straight back into downward facing dog. So plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips up nice and high. Have the feet a little closer towards each other. Maybe the two big toes touch. Maybe there's an inch or two between them. We'll push through the hands. On the inhale, we're going to lift the heels as high as we can. And then on the exhale, bend the knees, bring the heels towards the earth. Inhale, lift the heels, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, deliver the heels closer to the earth. You guessed it, 5 of those, so 3 more. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, heels to earth. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, take those heels down. Nice one. And once you settle into your downward facing dog, we're going to keep that right foot where it is for a moment. Keep the left foot flexing on the inhale, just reach the left leg up and back behind you. So everything we do today is going to be for 5 rounds. So take a breath in. On the exhale, can you lower that left foot next to the right, but let it hover off the earth without touching. So plug that left femur bone up into the hip socket. Nice one. And then we do it again. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, lower it down. So we're getting a little more length through the back of the right leg here. Inhale, lift the left leg and activating that left glute as well. Exhale, we lower. 2 more. Push through the right hand a little more to square off through the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, rise. On the exhale, once that left foot hovers next to the right, we're going to set it down. And then inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky. Just one time. Full breath in. On the exhale, bring the right knee to chest. Look forward. Roll forward. Step the right foot between the hands. Then lower the back knee on to the earth. We'll come on up. Reach the arms up and overhead. Then from here, your right hand is going to catch hold of your left wrist. The inhale will lift us up nice and high. The exhale, take a gentle bend off towards the right hand side. So here you're going to feel a deeper opening through the front of your left hip. Keep sinking your hips forward, but tucking the tailbone under, drawing the navel in and flexing through that left glute. So not only are we moving to the right, but there's also this element of lift. We're trying to go up first and then off to the right, getting a deeper lengthening through the front of that left hip and the left side of the body there. Take an inhale. Stay for the breath out. And we'll come back up to center. Reach both arms up and overhead. Shuffle your right foot forward, just a touch. Keeping your left toes tucked under. I'm going to make this lunge a little more active, so take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to hover the left knee. Nice one. You guessed it, we do 5. So inhale, lower the left knee, let it barely touch. Exhale, we lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale for 3. Important to keep that left glute flexing the entire time. Inhale, we lower. Exhale for 4. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, 5th and final. So come on up from here. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. In a moment, we lean forward to balance on one leg. If you want to set your fingertips onto the floor rather than have hands at heart, absolutely. But the right knee is going to stay bent. We're going to lean our chest out in front, take a gentle hop off the left foot. Point the left toes back behind you. Keep your right knee bending if you can. Keep the right ribs nice and close towards the right thigh. Imagine the left big toe was trying to touch the wall behind you, but the crown of the head was trying to touch the wall in front of you. We'll take a breath here. And on the exhale, can you push through the right foot to straighten the leg? Inhale, we bend the knee. Exhale to straighten. Inhale, we bend. Exhale, we straighten for 3. Inhale, we bend. Exhale, go for 4. Push through that right foot, straighten the leg. Last one, inhale, we bend. Exhale, we push to straighten. Once that right leg is straight, flex your left foot. Come to stand, set your left foot next to your right. Whew. Now this will all make sense in a little bit. We're activating the legs for a very specific reason. Interlace your fingers, stand on the left foot, bring the right knee to chest, give it a squeeze. Pull the shoulder blades back towards each other, flex that right foot, push through that left heel, lift the right knee a little higher if you can. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, we gently release the right leg. Come to Tadasana. If you want to wiggle out the legs just a touch, you absolutely can. Already my right leg's starting to fire up. Just so you know, we've got that left side to go. And then it'll make sense once we get towards our peak movement a little later on. So take 2 big toes to touch, inner thighs draw towards each other, pull the belly in. Shoulder blades roll back towards each other, gaze is forward. Take a breath. Exhale, side out. Nice one. And inhale, reach your arms forwards and up. Then exhale, let's fold all the way over the thighs. Inhale, take a halfway lift, come onto your fingertips, extend the crown of the head forward. Then press the palms down flat, right leg's gonna stay. Step the left leg back first, and then the right. Coming back to a plank pose, press the heels backwards, start to move the chest forward, then drive through the inner part of the palm to round through the upper and middle back. Take a breath here. And the exhale will lower the knees down. The inhale will drive the hips back towards the heels, keeping the toes tucked under. Then on the exhale, we'll spring back into the plank pose. So lift the knees, roll forward. Then from here, bend the elbows. We lower all the way to the earth. Pressing down through the tops of the feet, the inhale will lift us for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Hug the elbows in, move the chest forward, extend the crown of the head out in front of you. Then exhale, lower that head down. Option to use your knees here if you like. We are working a push-up. If the knees are not required, you tuck the toes, lift the knees. Draw the belly in towards the spine, squeeze the glutes, then push through the hands to lift yourself all the way up and back to that downward facing dog. So you arrive, 2 big toes are touching. The left foot is going to stay where it is this time. The inhale is going to lift the right leg up towards the sky, keeping the foot flexed. And the exhale is going to take the right foot back next to the left, but hover off the floor. So plug that right femur bone up into the right hip socket. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift that leg. Once that right leg gets to its highest point, you really start to feel the back of the left leg get long, especially the very top of the calf there. 2 more. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, we rise. Last one. Exhale, lower that right foot down. Once it grounds, inhale, reach the left leg up just 1 time. Then exhale, left knee to chest, roll forward, set the foot down, lower that back knee. We'll come up to the lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. On the exhale, left hand will catch hold of the right wrist. We'll go up first, then start to bend off towards the left hand side. So you want this bend to happen from your torso. If you can, as best you can, try and keep your hips nice and square. What I mean by that is naturally as you move off towards the left-hand side, the hips are going to start to jut and fall off towards the right-hand side. We'll try our best to counteract that if we can. Flexing your right glute is really going to help that. So keep pulling the navel in, send the hips forward, but tuck the tailbone under. Take 1 last breath. I'll come back to center. Separate the arms. You can shuffle your left foot a little further forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, we lift the right knee. Inhale, we lower. Exhale to right. If you feel the shoulders starting to feel it, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, we lower. Exhale for 3. Inhale, we lower. Exhale for 4. Really flexing that right glute and pulling the navel in. Last round. Inhale. Exhale, we lift. Then palms press together. We lean forward. Remember, you can use your fingertips on the earth if you like. We hop off the right foot, point the right toes back behind us. Keep a bend in your left knee.
Keep the left rib cage nice and close to the left thigh. Right hip will wrap down, belly will pull in. And like we did on the right side, 5 rounds, straightening and bending that left knee. So take a breath in. Exhale, push through the left leg to straighten. Inhale, we bend. It can be any amount. Exhale to straighten. Inhale to bend. Exhale for 3. Inhale, we bend. Exhale for 4. Push, 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 push. Inhale to bend. Last one. Exhale, we come all the way up to straighten that left leg. When we arrive, flex your right foot. Come to stand. Boom. Once that right foot sets down, we interlace the fingers. You're going to interlace the hands around the left knee as you stand up tall, bringing the left knee to chest. You can roll out that left ankle if you need to. Really drive down through that right foot. Pull the shoulders back. Lift the chest. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we set the left foot down. And again, you can shake out your legs here. Now you've got to admit, a leg activation class with no chair pose, now that's a real treat, right? And I specifically did that because as soon as you say chair pose, I find that people really check out. As soon as they hear that word chair or Utkatasana, they think, oh God, I'm done. So no chair pose today, but we do have a surprise later on. So find Tadasana, shoulders back, belly pulls in, take a breath. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Then palms flat. Right leg will step back first this time, followed by the left. We find that plank pose again. Take a breath. Exhale, drop the knees. Inhale, hips back to heels. Exhale, spring through the plank. Bend the elbows, slow motion lower to the floor. Tops of feet will push down. Inhale, lift for Cobra. If you're more familiar with the practice and you want to take it deeper this time, you just push through the hands, straighten the arms and lift the thighs up and off the mat for upward facing dog. That'll give you a deeper release through the front of your hips. Take a breath. Exhale. Hips lift up and back for downward facing dog. From here, set your feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. You want your feet to be a little bit wider here. Bend the knees. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. And then exhale, we're going to take a generous fold here. Catch the elbows, drop the head. Little rock from side to side. So you want to be mindful of how much of a gap there is between the ribs and the thighs here. If the legs are straight and the torso is all the way up here, you're not going to get that activation in the legs. So bend the knees as much as you need to. Feel the torso and the legs meet. And really let the head drop nice and heavy. You can take the hands to the back of the neck if you like. Let the elbows fall in towards each other. Let's take one last breath here. If you're still swaying, gently slow it down. Release the hands to the earth. And nice and slowly, we're going to roll all the way up to stand. Nice work. So when we arrive, we have reached our peak. We are working towards the shrimp squat. So if you're unfamiliar with the shrimp squat, it's essentially a one-legged squat where we work to get the opposite knee either to the floor or to the back of the standing leg's calf or ankle. Now what I mean by that, I'll demonstrate first. So say we're setting up on the right foot, which is what we're going to be doing in a minute. I'd start by drawing the left heel in towards the butt, almost like I'm a flamingo here. Now, to get that left knee down towards the earth, I want to take it backwards. And if I'm taking that knee backwards, to counter my balance, I want to take my chest forward. So I'll start by taking left knee to the right calf. I'll then move left knee to the right ankle. And then thirdly, I'll take the left knee to the floor, just so you can see all the different variations. So standing on the right foot, left heel's in towards the butt. Take a breath in. On the exhale, I bend the right knee. The left knee moves backwards. The chest and arms move forward. I tap the back of the right calf with the left knee and then come on back up. So that's option 1. Option 2, take a breath in. Exhale, chest moves forward, knee moves back. I bend the right knee. Left knee will tap the back of the right ankle. And then I push back up to lift. So that's option 2. Option 3, we're going to go for left knee to floor. So if you're trying all these 3 options now, you get to choose which one you like. Take a breath in. Exhale, chest moves forward. Left knee moves back. I bend the right knee. Notice the right ribs and the right thigh meet. Left knee touches the earth. I press back up and come to stand. Shake out the right leg if you were coming along with me there. So that's our 3 different options. You've got knee to calf, knee to ankle, knee to floor. You can try it nice and light the first round, maybe go knee to calf, see how that feels, and then work from there. We are working for 5 consecutive reps. Everything we do in today's practice is for that 5 count. So set yourself up. You want the feet to be about hip width distance apart so your hips feel a little more naturally stable. When you feel strong and solid, the weight's going to move into the right foot. You're going to start to bend the left knee, squeeze the left heel in towards the butt. Now remember the mechanics. Once the right knee bends, the chest and arms move forward, the left knee moves back. Now, I'm going to go knee to floor. If you're going knee to calf or knee to ankle, you just ignore everything that I'm saying. But pull the navel in, keep the glutes nice and firm, take an inhale. Exhale, we go for 5. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we lower. Just keep your drishti about 1 meter in front of the mat. Exhale for 3. Take a breath in. Exhale for 4. Slowly rise. Now last one. Really reach those arms out in front. Take a breath. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Left knee moves back. Then drive through that right foot. Come all the way up to stand. Come onto the right toes. Shake out the right leg. Awesome work. If that worked tremendously, fantastic, well done. If you're still working that lighter variation, excellent, something to work towards. You want to be mindful that it's not causing too much tension on the knee. That's why we really take that opposite knee backwards so that the knee doesn't cave in front of the foot too much as we lower down. Now we're setting up for the opposite side. If you haven't chosen your variation on the left side yet, you haven't given it a whirl, let's try those 3 different variations again, just so you can choose a little more of an educated option for you. So stand on the left foot, hug the right heel in towards the right butt cheek, pull the navel in, take a breath. Exhale, we're going to take right knee to the left calf, reach the arms forward. Inhale, we rise. That's option 1. See how that felt. Take a breath in. We go for option 2. Right knee to the left ankle, reach the arms out in front. Then slowly rise. Option 2, if that felt okay, maybe we go for the 3rd and final. Take a breath. Exhale, chest and arms move forward. Right knee moves back. Right knee maybe touches the floor. Then we push through the left foot to come all the way up to stand. Yes! Nice one. Now you know which options for you. We're going to go for those 5 consecutive reps, and this is our last piece of effort. After that, we're going to come down onto the bottom. So feet hip width distance apart. Standing on the left foot, pull the belly in, flex the glutes. Squeeze that right heel in towards the butt. We go for 5. Take an inhale. Exhale, we lower. Torso forward, right knee back. 1. Exhale for 2. For 3. For 4. Slow it down if you can. I sped up a little bit there on that 2nd rep. This is our last one. Take an inhale. Exhale, we lower. Nice and slow. And then come back up. Shake out that left leg. Come onto the ball of the foot. So good. Now we've made our way through both sides. I'm going to set the feet a little wider than the hips. Turn the toes out. Stand up nice and tall. Reach the arms out in front. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're going to sit our hips all the way down towards malasana, just to see what that feels like. The legs are a little more active and mobile now. It may feel all right. And then when you feel like it's time to set that bum down onto the mat, keep reaching the arms forward, round through the back a little, send the hips to the floor. We're going to meet in Navasana. We won't be here for long, I promise. Hug the legs in, flex the toes towards you, pull the shoulders back to lift the chest. Take a breath here. In the exhale, we're going to extend the legs out in front of us, bring the chin to chest, hover the heels up and off the earth. Pull the lower belly down towards the floor, but reach the arms forward. Last little bit of core work, just 5 times. We're going to bring the knees to chest. Take a breath. Exhale. Knees in and straighten. That's 1. For 2. For 3. For 4. And last one. On that 5th and final, wrap your fingers around your shins. Bring your forehead in towards your knees. Take a full breath. And on the exhale, you're going to take your arms out like 2 little branches of a cactus. You're going to keep those knees together. Just start to take the knees off towards the left-hand side, letting them hover off the earth. As they hover, you may want to push into that left elbow a little more to get a deeper release through the back here. A little bit of an active twist. So the knees are hovering. Take a breath. Exhale, we come back up. And then take those knees off towards the right elbow. Let them hover. Push into that right elbow a little more. And slowly come back to center. Extend the right leg out long in front of you first, followed by the left. Feet are flexing, legs are nice and straight. And reach your arms up towards the sky. It's almost like a zombie coming out of the ground here. We're going to take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to crunch all the way up towards the seat and then fold over the thighs. Shift myself backwards just a little bit in case I came out of frame there. So we're coming into our final pose here, so Paschimottanasana. Letting the head drop heavy, letting the toes flex towards you. Hands can rest wherever the hands want to rest right now, wherever they feel comfortable. I want you to see if you can really drop your chin towards your chest and let your eyes close. Releasing through the sides of the neck by taking ear to shoulder on either side. You're going to stay in that Paschimottanasana for around 5 of your own breath. And then when it is time for you to slowly start to make your way up, try not to rush. Take your time. Give yourself as many breaths as you need to first. Calm down your breathing, calm down your nervous system. Come back to a nice, steady state of mind. Think back to how calm and rested you felt at the very beginning of practice and see if you can revisit that state. So I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope the legs are feeling a little more active and ready for the day. If you could please do me a favor, like this video and also subscribe to really help grow the channel. I hope you have the very best day. And as always, thank you for practicing. Peace.